A hell of a night, like the beer would say. It might be because of the heavy rain or the lengthening shadows creating a halo of darkness, or maybe it's this goddamn wind howling constantly like a lost soul. But throughout this, the beer is indifferent. It's as if it wasn't him. There hasn't even been a joke, nor a hint of a smile on his face. And that's the worst thing. The beer always smiles, even during the bad times. All his familiar traits seem to have disappeared tonight. Nervousness, excessive concern, waiting for a signal that would never arrive. Honestly, his attitude is turning this night to total shit. More than leaning against the wall, he seems to be forcing himself to be still, by the window, watching. What has made him this worried? This is the 4th day at the industrial zone, but this drastic change of attitude has been developing throughout the day. As night fell, concern had got the best of Devere, and thus me. Is there a problem, Dab? I feel sorry for him, but I have to know. What are you worried about? Have you found out anything? Nothing. Then why the long face? Have you got verbal diarrhea, Shayu? Just shut up. I feel like I should do what he says. It's like watching an old dog staring at the horizon. You don't know what it is, but you can tell something's going on. Time to move. But not now, Shayo. There will be time for explanations later. Has he gone nuts? It's pouring down. Where the hell is he going? If he says he hasn't noticed anything, could he be going senile? No way. It's the beer. I have to trust him. That deranged expression on his face. This is serious. Put this on. It will protect you from the rain. He threw the oilskin at me with such force that I had to resist the natural impulse to dodge it. I doubt this will be enough against the rain outside. As we walk the streets, he becomes more and more obsessive, searching every corner and looking back non-stop, just like a newbie selling illicit substances. Look, this is why we're here, to make sure. I remember when we arrived, the first thing he did was scan this with his mobile, but I still don't understand what he means. To make sure of what? We're at Celta Zone, and I haven't noticed any activity all night long. De Beer's words echo in my head as paranoia takes hold in my mind. I understand his concern. What's going on? Problems with the network? The network coverage is normal, and there are no reports of anything unusual. Shell, we've got company. What? Who are these two? A huge guy and his puny friend. Laurel and Hardy? No, they're more like the giant and the dwarf. Wait. De Beer's defensive position. As expected, they're not friendly. Old friends, Dad? Shall, I'll distract him for as long as possible. De Beer has tensed his muscles. His stare is blank. Run as far as you can. What? Where's the big guy? Son of a... He moved in the blink of an eye. How the heck can someone that big move like that? Time to smash! He pushed me away. What happened? Get out of here now! De Beer? Pushed me away? This speed, there's no human way to... No way. I'll help you, even if it costs my... Amazed and speechless, I see how De Beer is lifted with one hand by that monster. He has him by the neck, like an old rag doll. He threw him aside like it was nothing. This can't be happening. He's going to kill him. De Beer. He's the only person I have in this world. He's my mentor, my father, my friend. I have to do something. I have to confront this guy. But what can I do against that beast? I have to find help. Someone will help us. I need to listen to De Beer. I have to. Goosebumps suddenly cover every inch of my body. That animal has his eyes on me. I better start running unless I want to end up with Dab decorating the walls. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Can't let this thing catch me. His steps. He's above me. I need to run. Where is everyone? We're in the Celta Zone. We need help. It's impossible to run away from this thing. I'm too slow. I knew it. The animal's in front of me. Lightning strikes across the sky, allowing me to see his stupid smile of satisfaction. Why didn't I run away when Dab told me? No, I can't. I can dodge it. Can't give up without trying. I owe it to Dab. What? Where? Wow, he's behind me. God, I need a miracle. My jaw cracks. My teeth crunch together loudly. My entire world wobbles in an instant. It seems like my getaway is over. Everything's over. That beast is looking at me. I'm losing my sight. I can only hear the sound of the rain. I can't see his smile anymore. I feel my chest tighten. It hurts. I can't hear the rain anymore. I can feel the blood in my throat. Son of a bitch. It's hard to think. Dab, is that you? Am I dying? So it is important to highlight two fundamental aspects from this study. The omega pattern and the psychic abilities that derive from these. Not only do they differ from one individual to another, but they could be considered unique. The nature of these psychic abilities is found to be directly related with the nature and behavior of the individual. These, at the same time, will be specially molded by the reaction of the individual in front of different kinds of situations to which the person has been exposed during different stages of their lives, and ended up marking him profoundly, independently whether the experience was positive or negative. Dr. Tobias Gemeko, head of psychiatry of Red Biotech. It's a beautiful morning, don't you think? Yeah, it seemed like it was going to rain, but then it cleared up. You might feel like going out today. Lately, it's been quite complicated to see the sun in witch glass. But for that, you need to wake up. Wake up. Hello, everybody. Huh? Oh. Hello, Dr. Rick. This guy is amazing, even though I'm the only person here able to return the greeting. He acts as if the place was full of people. Kaola, give me some good news before lunch. How's our Cinderella evolving? Doctor, it's not appropriate to address me by my first name during work. He's evolving quite nicely. He's already presenting first-grade reactions. And as for Cinderella, I think you mean Sleeping Beauty. We have a lucky guy here. Seems like you'll stop being our Little Red Riding Hood soon. Dr. Rick! I can't believe he threw the patient's medical records in the air and gave him a pat on the shoulder. This man will never cease to amaze me. He's not going to complain. Would it be great if he did? We'll keep up the usual treatment until he regains consciousness. Pay constant attention to him and tell me immediately if anything happens. If he reacts to any stimulus or some prince with a crystal shoe shows up. Don't worry. His personality is closer to a clown than a doctor, and together with his professionalism, it manages to both annoy me and turn me on. I'm starving. I'm leaving, Kaola. Say goodbye to Snow White for me. He's completely incorrigible. He just cut me off and then left all the papers on the ground. Expression and breathing are calm. Vital signs are constant and stable. The electroencephalogram... Oh, he's in a deep stage of sleep. What do we have here? I hope they're sweet dreams. Go to class, meet other kids, a family, some friends, a normal childhood. Were you deprived of this, right? You've been quiet in your spot for more than half an hour. How are those Sudokus going? Oh, did you say something, Debir? Sorry, I'm just concentrating on this thing. Oh, did you say something, Debir? Sorry, I'm concentrating on this thing. Wow, I can see that. How's it going? I finished them in 8 minutes. What? Shell, that's amazing. You're reviewing them? No way. I'm searching for a third-degree algorithm that will allow me to order the numbers into a more rational and clear way. Then it'll be easier to solve the Sudokus. Really? In less than 8 minutes? I get bored. That's amazing. Fascinating. Why didn't you tell me, little guy? There's no denying that you have a gift. Well, we'll talk about that later. It's a beautiful day, and you finished my challenge in 8 minutes. Grab your stuff and let's go outside. You've earned it. I'd rather not, Dab. It's too hot. Ha ha ha. And that's the exact reason why it's a good idea to go out. I don't agree. I could get a heat stroke and faint, or end up blinded by some ultraviolet light that makes me trip and fall over. The risks are too high. That's the worst excuse for not going out and exercising I've heard in my entire life. But Dab, it isn't an excuse. Shell, you have an amazing mind, and the problem with an amazing mind is how delicate it can be. You can't spend the entire day inside, or you'll end up going nuts. Also, trust me when I say that you have enough problems already. Besides, the best compliment for a healthy mind is a healthy body. So go out, kid. It's an order. Alright. I came expecting good news. Didn't you say he was conscious? And he is! My spiky-haired friend! The little mermaid is already responding to a painful stimuli, which means he can hear what we are saying to a greater or lesser extent, assimilated on a subconscious level, and delight us with some lovely grunting noises. Did you call me to listen to some lovely grunting noises, Rick? Don't get ahead of yourself, my dear grasshead. When he wakes up, you will have to cope with the amnesia and a slow motor function recovery. So the more time we spend with Little Red Riding Hood, the better. I guess you have already started the shock treatment? Well, there's always time to turn our princess into a drug addict. The ambrosia won't make him wake up, but will revive him. He is condemned to live with the curse of drug dependency. Is this boy so special? I see you are starting to get serious, Rick. Let's say that the outcome of the brawl could have been settled in a different way if Shyle had been able to develop his pattern. The Sleeping Beauty has a name. This interest in a stranger seemed very odd to me. How do you know him? He was one of De Beer's pupils. At first, he made me believe that Shell was a simple salvage orphan that he rescued in one of his journeys. But when the Bio Agora started to use all their resources to get hold of him, De Beer had no choice but to come to me for help. Salvage? Those who possess the pattern but have not discovered their skills are called salvages. You know what, Woodpecker? Your obsession with making up words for everything is included in my list of mental disorders. If you weren't so good at what you do, I would have strangled you with my bare hands a long time ago. In any case, I think I'm starting to understand why De Beer didn't want Cinderella to get involved with us. The respect and service that existed between De Beer and the Celtas makes me want to take responsibility for the kid's fate. Regardless of the difference between our methods and his priority was the survival of the boy. The fact that BioAgora dedicates itself to find and capture salvajes, to brainwash and enlist them into their lines, is not new for us, but this interest of yours. Aren't you putting all of us at risk? Uladzimir? Have we ever been safe, Rick? He needs us to survive, but we also need him. You are right, Mr. Hairgel. Sleeping Beauty will be our junkie knight in shining armor. Cut the crap already, Rick. You can't awake the pattern without consuming ambrosia, in the same way that you can't face the agents if you're a salvaje. When your life is on the line, the end justifies the means. Sincerely, Uladzimir. What makes us different from those BioAgora pigs? I believe that both Dabir's death and the state in which they left Shael are more than enough evidence to prove that the only option we have to stop BioAgora committing more injustices is to face them with their own weapons. In essence, all of this is a direct consequence of Dabir's attempt to please Shael's parents. Shael should have flown the nest long ago, but because Dabir was so close with his parents, he kept him under his guardianship. He even let me see his parents from time to time, knowing the risk that it involved for all of them. Are you saying he wasn't a salvage orphan? Let's say that Dabir was hiding a lot of information from us before he realized that we needed each other more than he thought. When Dabir realized that Shael had the Omega pattern and informed his parents of this, they, with much regret, decided that the best thing for the safety of their own son was that Dabir would be the one in charge of raising him, taking care of him, and protecting him. As expected, Dabir trained and helped Shael to develop his pattern. And even considering him as his own son, he always tried to find a safe place and time so that Shael could see his parents. But if Dabir's ability was to detect the presence of individuals that possessed the pattern, and so he was able to detect both agents and salvage, why the hell did they get captured like that? That's something that I hope we don't figure out the bad way. Seems like Tinkerbell is left for the dream world. We should continue this conversation in another place and let him rest. We can never be too careful, given the circumstances. Go back home. Do you miss Mom and Dad? I understand. I went through the same. But don't worry. You don't have to cry anymore. You'll never be alone again. Shael? Mom is cooking lunch and I have to go and fetch some firewood. It will be freezing cold tomorrow and we don't have much left. Can I go with you, Dad? You are already a grown-up, little man, and you know what men have to do, right? Take care of Mom and the house? That's right. You can play here in the living room, but don't get too distracted. A guardian with his guard down is not a good guardian. Come back soon, Dad. Before you even realize it, we'll all be having lunch. The best way to protect the house is to do a reconnaissance of the area. So, let's get exploring. owl. It would be better if I don't get too far away. After all, Dad left me in charge of his most valued possessions. Who's there? I should make sure that is not a threat for our security. So it was you, little fellow. Poor thing, it looks freezing and starving. I'll give him some of Dad's black nuts. If I like them, so should it. It seems like you like it. That's great, buddy. Where are your parents at? At home, waiting for me. They're very worried. Ah, you can talk? Haha. You have what it takes to be an explorer, but you don't know enough about the world yet. You really scared me, Dad. For a moment I thought I could talk to animals. And for sure, you already have, kiddo. Communication isn't just words, you know. What are you doing here? Have you come to see my parents? That was my intention until I saw you here, away from home at lunchtime. Oh no, lunch! I'm really sorry, Dad. You don't have to apologize to me, Shiloh, but be sure to have something to say to your parents when we get back home. I promised I would take care of Mom and the house. Oh, really? You're going to get a bollocking. Welcome to the world of the future. Rick, don't be a dick. Well, you know, I had to do it. Ugh, my head. Where am I?